On a warm summer morning, I found myself running through sand and kneeling in mud along the edge of a river to shoot footage of what many consider to be the most innovative prototype bush plane of the modern era. Most of us by now are familiar with what makes the double-ender such a unique aircraft. But like everyone else in the aviation world, I was eager to get a ride in the Super Cub-inspired machine and experience the unobstructed visibility through the massive bubble canopy. And it was an incredible flight. But let's back up a few hours to see just how we ended up out here. Getting time with Alec Wilde is no small feat. He spends most of his time in Kenya, and when he's home in the States, scheduling a demo ride and video shoot is like winning the lottery. So with little notice, I grabbed a camera and headed to nearby Aurora State Airport to climb into the cockpit with the guy famous for this inspiring usage of a Piper Super Cub. We beelined to a nearby favorite play spot on the river, but what he had in mind was a little more than what I'd bargained for. I grew mildly concerned as Alec flew past the 1,000-foot gravel bar on the main river and up this narrow channel to an overgrown and considerably shorter spot that most pilots would never give a second look. Just when I'd convinced myself that this was basically a Super Cub with an overhead engine, the out-of-sync harmonics of the props winding down begin to create that distinct, that sound. Getting to the adjacent gravel bar for a new camera angle meant either swimming there or getting transported by air. I chose the latter, and we did a lap around the narrow channel of the river for a long approach to the LZ. As a fellow Cub pilot, it was easy to forget that we were in a twin-engine aircraft, despite watching in awe a few times as Alec manipulated the dual throttles on our takeoffs and landings. So I was only half listening when he announced that he was going to demonstrate the single-engine performance of the aircraft, and that's when I noticed the prop out front was already stopped. For a short time we were just another 130 horsepower single-engine aircraft until he relit the front engine. It was a good reminder that the double-ender is as much about safety and redundancy as it is performance. The arrival back at Aurora was impressive. After sessioning a 200-foot river bar, no runway seemed short, but this high approach felt like auto-rotation practice in a helicopter. Alec dropped the massive, double-slotted flaps and we began the slow sink toward the surface. And like he's done 1,000 times before, he put it on the grass exactly where he wanted, and turned off to taxi back to the secret skunk works where this incredible aircraft is being continually developed. Overall, a great morning on the river with a fun airplane and a superb pilot. I'm certainly looking forward to my ride in the new side-by-side double-ender.